At the beginning of the story, we see a group of people climbing a mountain, but suddenly a terrible accident occurs. They all fall off the cliff and die. The scene fades. Next, we are introduced to Alice, a beautiful young woman who lives with her boyfriend Seymour in a city apartment. Like every other day, they leave for work in the morning. On her way to the office, Alice notices a young man named Ronnie. He's handsome, but appears a bit shy and reserved. Something about him stirs Alice's emotions. She feels a sudden, inexplicable attraction. However, Ronnie walks away without saying a word. Back at the office, Alice finds it hard to focus on work. Her thoughts keep drifting back to Ronnie. After work, she secretly follows him to a bookstore and watches him from a distance. This time, Ronnie notices her. Without a word, he walks outside, opens a taxi door, and stands waiting. Without thinking, Alice gets into the taxi. Ronnie takes her to his apartment. There, the two end up becoming physically intimate. But as Alice heads home afterward, guilt begins to crush her. She realizes she has made a mistake. She has a boyfriend, Seymour, whom she lives with and once deeply loved. That night, Alice tries to be kind and affectionate towards Seymour, hoping to forget what happened. But deep inside, her heart still aches for Ronnie. Alice can't stop thinking about Ronnie, especially after a bike ride they shared. The next day, she visits a bookstore and finds a photo of Ronnie inside a book. Curious, she starts reading and discovers that Ronnie once saved many lives on a mountain, the same one we saw at the beginning of the story. This revelation makes Alice admire Ronnie even more. Moved by his bravery, she decides to visit his home again. Ronnie satisfies her desires once more and makes her feel truly alive. Afterward, Alice asks him about the mountain accident. Ronnie opens up, explaining how he tried to save as many people as possible but couldn't save everyone. His voice is heavy with sorrow. He also shares that his own girlfriend died in that very tragedy. Seeing him so broken, Alice urges him to rest and quietly heads home. On her way back, Alice gets a call from Seymour. He asks her to bring a few groceries. Back at home, Alice is consumed by guilt. She now realizes that she has fallen deeply in love with Ronnie. But then there's Seymour, the man she had been with for years. After much emotional turmoil, she finally tells Seymour that she wants to end their relationship. Seymour is shocked. He asks, "Why are you doing this? We love each other. We were supposed to get married soon." But Alice remains silent and simply nods. Alice finally tells Seymour that she has started to love someone else and that she can no longer stay with him. Shocked and heartbroken, Seymour argues with her fiercely. The confrontation grows intense, and ultimately, Alice breaks off the relationship and leaves their home. She then heads to Ronnie's house, but when she arrives, a woman opens the gate. Alice assumes this must be Ronnie's girlfriend. However, the woman introduces herself as Mary, a friend of Ronnie's, and explains that the house actually belongs to her. She had been away for a few days, so Ronnie was staying there temporarily. Relieved by this information, Alice asks for Ronnie's actual address and sets off to find him. But even after reaching his house, Ronnie is nowhere to be found. Determined, Alice waits outside his house all night. Finally, late at night, Ronnie returns and Alice rushes to hug him tightly. Afterwards, Ronnie resumes working on his cave excavation outside his house. The next day, a female journalist arrives to interview him. Alice joins them quietly during the interview, but later leaves to attend her own work. That evening, after finishing her job, she visits Ronnie's training center where he teaches people to climb mountains. There, Alice runs into Mary again, who encourages her to try mountain climbing herself. Just then, Ronnie arrives and sternly warns Mary, "Stay away from Alice." But why he said that is something we'll discover later. Ronnie personally begins teaching Alice how to climb trees and hike steep paths. Gradually, Alice falls deeply in love with Ronnie. Every day he lights explosions in her cave, a metaphor for the joy and passion he brings into her life. One day, Alice meets with a close friend and shares everything about Ronnie. But her friend warns her that you were already in a long-term relationship with Seymour, and now you've jumped into something new with a man you barely know, just for fun. Alice brushes off the comment and instead asks how Seymour is doing now. Her friend tells her that after you left, Seymour changed completely. Now he drinks heavily all day and doesn't listen to anyone. Later, Alice and her friend meet Ronnie together. On their way, a thief suddenly snatches Alice's bag and runs. Ronnie shows up at the moment, sees what's happening, and chases the thief down. He catches the thief and beats him up badly. Alice trembles in fear seeing this aggressive side of Ronnie. Ronnie comforts her, saying, "I'll never let anything bad happen to you," and kisses her gently on the cheek. The next day, Alice and Ronnie start preparing for their wedding. At home, Alice receives a mysterious letter. When she opens it, it reads, "You're about to marry a man you don't even know." Worried, Alice shows the letter to Ronnie, but he dismisses it and says, "Forget about this, it means nothing." Later, Ronnie secretly takes Alice to a small church where they get married in private. After the wedding, he brings her to a remote location and tells her to change clothes. While Alice is changing, Ronnie secretly takes photos of her naked. Afterwards, they go hiking up a mountain. After a long walk, Ronnie helps Alice spend their wedding night in a way that's unusual, wild, and deeply intense. Alice had now completely devoted her heart and life to Ronnie. But the very next day, upon returning home, she received another anonymous letter. This time it said, "You've made a huge mistake by marrying Ronnie." Alice began to wonder if it was her ex, Seymour, who had sent the letter. She immediately called him to ask. But to her surprise, a female voice, one of Seymour's friends, answered the phone. From the tone of the conversation, Alice realized that Seymour was now in a relationship with this woman, so it was unlikely that he had sent the letter. That night, Ronnie took Alice to a lavish party. While Ronnie got busy socializing with his friends, Mary unexpectedly approached Alice and gifted her a beautiful locket. Touched by the gesture, Alice felt even more fond of Mary. The next day, Alice met with a woman who had recently accused Ronnie of misconduct. The woman revealed, "A few days ago, we were at a party. Ronnie was dancing with me, but on the way back, he forcefully pulled me aside and invaded my cave. He said if I ever told anyone, he'd kill me." This disturbing confession left Alice confused and upset. Doubts about Ronnie began to grow in her mind. When she returned home, she decided to search through Ronnie's personal belongings. Inside the house, she found some old letters. As she started reading them, she discovered they were written by another of Ronnie's former girlfriends. One of the letters read, "Ronnie is a terrible man. That's why I'm leaving him forever." Just then Ronnie returned home. Alice quickly hid the letters and acted normally so as not to raise any suspicion. The next day, Alice tracked down the home of Ronnie's ex-girlfriend. There, the girl's mother told her, "My daughter has been missing for a long time." Looking through an old photo album, Alice was shocked to find many pictures of Ronnie with the missing girl, including one taken at the very same spot where Ronnie had once secretly taken nude photos of Alice. That was the moment Alice's doubt turned into fear. She started to suspect that Ronnie may have murdered his ex-girlfriend. One day when Alice came home, Ronnie was waiting. "Where have you been? I've been waiting for you," he asked. Alice, gathering her courage, gave him a vague excuse. Then she asked the terrifying question, "Why did you kill your ex-girlfriend?" Ronnie denied everything and tried to express his love. He claimed he was not a murderer, but Alice could no longer trust him. Fear had already taken root in her heart. She found a way to escape from Ronnie's house under a false pretense and ran off, overwhelmed by anxiety and uncertainty. From that day on, Alice lived in constant fear, convinced that Ronnie might try to kill her too. When Ronnie began following her one day, She hid in a secret location where he couldn't find her. After waiting for a long time, Ronnie eventually gave up and left. But deep in her heart, Alice was consumed by dread, afraid of what Ronnie might do next.